I said no. I feel so guilty, but at the same time, so free. Cruel things are being said to me. Am I right to block family on my phone? Well, that's a really interesting question. I'm always going to say it's always about the lesson that you've called in all of these characters in your play to help you learn. So I would continue to dive deep into, why did I call this in? Why did I call in all these characters to treat me this way? And also be proud of yourself for the fact that you've actually stood up and said no. Like, you really, within you, it sounds like you found this place of your own boundaries and of you just, I hope from a loving place, said no. And so I think that's where it comes into when you're saying, do I need to block these people, my family? I'm not a big blocker. Blocking is an energetic boundary that I like to make without having to do the physical blocking. Now, only you know for sure if blocking them is for your best interest. So I'm not saying yes or no. I'm saying it's something that you need to really feel into. But I don't like to block people because I like to get the lesson until I've been able to really transform those relationships into love. Now, when I say into love, I mean into love in my heart, right? Where we're at a place where we're able to forgive and move beyond. And sometimes that means that these people are no longer in our life. So it doesn't mean we always keep them close to us, but we want to make sure that we're digging deep into what is the underlying wound that is having us experience this with the people that are so close to us, our family. Really dig in there. It sounds like you're doing the work, and the fact that you really were able to say no, hey, be proud of that and know when to say no again. But the other thing that comes to mind to share about that is when we say no, there's a tonality and an energy that comes with it that can come from a very loving place, a forgiving place, a knowing place of what's right for us, versus a bitter place or a place that is creating a barrier that's not from love. There's just a real fine line sometimes, and sometimes there's a really obvious line. So I would ask you to go really into here, into your core, and say, what is my emotion? What am I feeling? And what do I need to transmute for me, right? We want to stop thinking that we have to change everybody else, because when we change ourselves, when we transmute these ideas about ourself and our self-worth to be able to say, no, that's not right for me, from a loving place, that's where the mastery comes in. You're on it. And thank you so much for submitting the question. If you have any thoughts, if you're on here live or you're watching on replay, I'm all ears for anything you might want to say in comments, or if you want me to address something more in the future. So thank you. Okay, so